Farmer John. Today we'll be talking about worms. They do a great deal for us in the garden. I've built some wormeries on my main site. They're used to help separate out. Basically, I put all my waste garden clippings in, and the worms eat all that up and produce a nice compost and a nice liquid fertiliser. My wormeries are just some old baths that I've managed to get hold of that are up on the trestle, so I can get under and drain off the liquid. These trestles, I'm trying to learn woodworking, so they're just made out of some old patio decking. I'm ripping, in these images you can see me ripping down some of the actual decks themselves, and some of the substructure, the 2x4s I'm using as the supports. So it's very simple. I'm just going through with my circular saw, chopping out some lines and then chopping out the waste with a chisel. It's just to make some trestles so I can sit these baths on them and get them up off the ground. So I had one already done, which was full, so I've emptied that out and dug that out, as you can see there. And then as a space, because worms don't like to be wet, they'll drown, I've put some old we call them, up here in the north, we call these mushroom trays. The trays the local market traders use to have mushrooms in when they're selling them. I've put them in, cut them to fit, put a liner in, and refilled it, and that's it really. It's very simple. There's a hole there for a drain. Refilled it with some comfrey that I've got on the site. I like comfrey. It's a good bioaccumulator, good deep tap roots, and brings a lot of nutrients back up. And the leaves, they rot down to almost nothing. And once the worms are in there and they do their thing, you end up with a lovely liquid fertiliser, which we just store in an old water butt. So I tap it off, put it in the water butt, and then I go and I take and use as needed. So yeah, that's my wormery, guys. Very simple, but it's a start. TTFN.
It may be that the gulfs will wash us down. It may be we shall touch the happy isles and see the great Achilles whom we knew. Though much is taken, much abides, and though we are not now that strength which in old days moved earth and heaven, that which we are, we are. One equal temper of heroic hearts, made weak by time and fate, but strong in will to strive, to seek, to find, and not to yield.